I was better than LeBron James. I'm better than Jordan. I was the best that played every sport. Shut the up when you have.
Sometimes, not even fame and fortune are enough to keep us afloat. That's the case with former NBA player Delonte West, who was once again spotted drunk and taken into custody by officials. So let's take a look at what brought Delonte West to where he is, and what he really said about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. After 4 years at St. Joseph's University, Delonte West made it to the NBA as the 24th overall pick of the 2004 NBA Draft. His career got off to a slow start due to injuries and inconsistency, but eventually he fought his way into the Boston Celtics rotation, playing both guard spots. West was a streaky scorer who could provide a nice offensive spark off the bench or even starting. He played both guard spots, was an above-average playmaker, and even played a big part in the Cavaliers' playoff runs of the early years of the LeBron James era. Besides his stints with the Celtics and Cleveland Cavaliers, West also played for the Seattle Supersonics and Dallas Mavericks before trying his luck with the Texas Legends of the G League and playing overseas. He was mostly known for his days playing side-by-side with LeBron James on the Cavaliers, not only because of his contributions on the court, but also because of the rumors of his affair with Gloria James, LeBron's mother. Unfortunately, my sources in the NBA tell me that the rumors are absolutely true. My sources, and they're legit, tell me that the only people that didn't know what was happening were LeBron and me. Former NBA player Calvin Murphy told the media back then. Apparently, that was why LeBron James's performances took such a massive dip during the 2010 Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics when the story broke. While those rumors were never addressed by James, some believe that it took a big toll on his relationship with the King, although they continued to play together until his eventual departure to the Miami Heat. In reality, it seems like we'll never know for sure what's true or not, but that's not for us to debate in this video. Delonte West didn't have it easy growing up. He used basketball and sports as an escape, but didn't have much of a solid foundation in his life, constantly moving around to live with different relatives. I took all that and put everything into basketball. You can't laugh at this on the court, West said. And even though he eventually made over $16,463,022 throughout his career in the NBA alone, he could never shake off some of his demons. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder back in 2008, a diagnosis that he embraced at first and then disputed. I'm bipolar, just like the rest of us in the world. So bipolar's defined as something sad happens, you're sad. Something happy happens, you're happy. I think pretty much everyone in the world is like that. Now, there's different levels. How long do you stay sad? How does it affect your behavior? How do you handle these emotions? He said. West provided housing for his parents and several relatives, but wasn't exactly good at keeping tabs on his money. As a matter of fact, he even had to work at Home Depot during the 2011 NBA lockdown. The first red flag came back in 2009 when he was pulled over and arrested for having at least 3 charged guns on him. He claimed that he was moving them to a different location after one of his cousin's children accidentally stumbled upon one of the guns. I'm enjoying life. Ain't nobody going to take that from me no more. Yeah, I had that mistake, but that was 5 years ago. We gonna talk about it every time someone wants to talk to me? We trying to have Tex-Mex egg rolls here. Take me back to that fateful day. Man, I'm having egg rolls, he later said about that incident. Delonte West alleged that his erratic behavior was due to the stress that comes with playing in the NBA, and some minor depression episodes. But his constant struggles with alcohol and substance abuse have done little to ease his mind. Then, West's marriage came to an end and it all went south for him. His NBA career came to an end and depression once again showed its ugly face, constantly making the news for all the wrong reasons. The ugly head started to show itself again. It's been haunting me my whole life. Self-destructive behavior. West, then 25, told the media. The former NBA guard was allegedly homeless by 2016. He was photographed wearing a hospital gown in Houston, although he later claimed to be assisting a homeless and quadriplegic man, a story that was never confirmed. It took me a long time to forgive myself. You feel like you're on eggshells all the time, trying to prove over and over that you're a good person. I've never shared this like this, but I used to try to kill myself all the time. I mean, I was basically crying for attention. Maybe 17 or 18 you tell the story differently. Man, I tried to kill myself. At 31, you say, what the hell was I doing? Looking back now, you just think I was a spoiled brat, he said, according to the Washington Post. 4 years later, West was once again spotted by cameras, but this time in even worse shape, as he was beaten up in Washington, D.C. and clearly intoxicated. People once again started to pray for his mental health on social media. Several months later, the former Mavs guard made the news again. He was panhandling in Dallas, homeless, barefoot, and once again intoxicated. The same man that had made north of $16 million. Social media worked its magic, and West's photos found their way to Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban, who picked up West and paid for his drug rehabilitation treatment. Delonte looked better than ever, motivated to get his life back on track, and even got a job at the facility before eventually checking out. Delonte is back in Maryland with his family, and he's having the challenges you have going from rehab to the real world. And we're working with him. We're getting him set up, hopefully with a job here shortly if he decides to take it. We're getting him set up with an apartment. From there, it's going to be up to Delonte. He's clean, he's sober, he's taking his medications. He wants to make this all work, but I'm not gonna lie and say it's gonna be easy for him. From where he was several months ago, under bridges in Dallas, he's 180 degrees from there. He's just miles and miles away from there. I'm proud of the work he's put in, the businessman said. Besides Cuban, West's former teammate Jameer Nelson and Doc Rivers also reportedly reached out and tried to help him, but he wasn't receptive of their assistance whatsoever. Multiple sources tell us that the league, NBPA, and Delonte's former coach Doc Rivers, and former St. Joe's College teammate Jameer Nelson and others have attempted to get DW much-needed assistance, reported TMZ. I'm sick to my stomach right now seeing the videos of Delonte. To answer everybody that's reaching out to me about his situation, all we can do is pray for him and his family, and pray that he seeks the proper help. Mental illness is something that a lot of people deal with and don't even know it, until sometimes it's too late. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with West, but he knows that I'm in his corner and will help him throughout this. Yes, I've spoken to him over the past several months, just trying to be there for him as a friend. One thing I do know is, if you're having mental, emotional, or physical setbacks in life, you need to talk to somebody. And when I say talk to somebody, I mean like a doctor of doctors. Not your parents, homeboy, wife, cousins, etc. Somebody that has the credentials in helping people for what you're going through. And please be mindful when you're posting videos or images of somebody. You may think you're helping, but you might be hurting them even more. People have kids, and their kids don't deserve to be embarrassed. Please pray, Nelson wrote on social media. Sadly, the honeymoon didn't last long for Delonte. Mark Cuban stopped sharing updates on his condition, and everybody just assumed that he was good again and was able to get sober and get his life back on track. Then a video of him hurling profanities and homophobic slurs surfaced online again. While clearly drunk, West told officers that he was Jesus, the President of the United States, and a better basketball player than LeBron James and Michael Jordan. He said that he was the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. I was better than LeBron James. I'm better than Michael Jordan. I was the best to ever play the sport. Shut the f up, he told officials. Now, Delonte West is expected to have yet another hearing for his public intoxication charges. Another twist in the sad story of a man that could never shake off his demons, his mental illness, and get the assistance he needed to get over that. West's story shed some light into the ugly face of depression and mental illness, and how not even fame, fortune, and the prestige that comes with being a worldwide known athlete are enough when you're not doing well. I took one step back to take 100 steps forward in life. That's what I needed. I needed time to get over everything. It wasn't everyone else holding on to what happened in Cleveland. It might have just been me. I needed to let that go. I needed to grow up, said West once. Hopefully he'll be able to find the help and peace he needs to finally put those things behind him. It's never too late, and Delonte West is still young enough to get back on track and embrace the life he has ahead of him. Hopefully it won't be too long before this sad story takes a happy turn and has a better ending. Hopefully this will be the last time we hear about Delonte West for these reasons, and he'll get his life together sooner rather than later. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA-related content.